I want you to pay close attention.
No, who's on
as you
second?
watch
What's
this
on
video.
first?
This is people 17. I want you to pay close attention as to whether or not there is contact between Relly and Ills before the defendant pulls out his gun.
This is people's 15.
You're watching on the top left.
That extra 30 minutes he just wasted, half of it.
Stop. You would agree that at this moment right here, that the defendant has removed the gun and is walking towards where Relly and Ills are, correct?
No.
I want you to tell me, use the pointer. I want you to tell me, identify each person on the screen, please.
Okay. Can you rewind it?
Sure.
Right here.
Yeah, we'll rewind it. Who's in the red?
I'm in the red.
You're the easiest one to identify as the red, right? Okay.
So
Stop it.
stop it.
Okay.
That's Rocky.
Okay.
That's myself. I believe over here is Ills. I can't tell you.
Okay. Do you agree that at this point in time, there is no contact, and there has not been any contact at this second incident between Relly and Ills?
Well, yes.
Okay. We're going to keep playing it. Stop. Okay. Watch it again. And I'm going to ask you, when we get there, would you agree that the defendant turns around and pulls out his gun? Stop. Gun is coming out now, and I want you to point to where the defendant is and where Ills is.
Well, I see the defendant, but I don't see him pulling out with a gun. I don't see him.
You go and you point to where the defendant is, I'm sorry, where Ills is and where Relly is.
So
He
this
doesn't
would
even
be
know
the
who's
defendant.
who.
Yep.
This would be myself.
Yeah.
Over here would be Ills.
Yep.
And I believe this would be Red.
Would you agree that up to this point, Relly, at this second incident, has not made any physical contact with Ills?
Can you play the video?
Listen to my question. Up until this point, and I'll keep playing it, do you agree that there has been no physical contact that Relly has made with Ills?
Right here, there's
Yeah.
no physical contact.
And no physical contact right before, correct?
Right before we turned on. Right before he had no contact. Right
Okay, that's at 56 seconds.
This is on the file labeled combined surveillance video, Your Honor.
Excuse me?
No, we're just clarifying for the record, sir. So you would agree, this is the beginning of the second incident, correct?
I would say this is the second incident, yes.
Is it the beginning of the second incident?
No, because I would say the beginning of the second incident is when Relly puts his hands on Ills. So that's when it becomes an incident. Because before there, we were leaving.
So the second incident hasn't started yet, according to you, correct? Because there's been no hands,
There's
is that right?
no hands from it. There's nothing going on from anybody right
Okay,
now.
so I just want to be clear. So in your position, where we are right now, at 56 seconds, the incident has not started yet, correct? Is that correct?
Confusing.
Correct.
Okay. Watch. Stop. You would agree that the defendant advances towards where Relly and Ills are before Relly makes any attempt to make contact with Ills. Is that correct?
No, that's not correct.
Would you agree that before there's
That's not
any
correct.
contact between Relly and Ills, the defendant has already taken out his gun?
That's not correct.
Okay? Please play it, rewind it, and we'll play it going forward. Okay?
Right, and so what we have ultimately is that there is no
You're right.
evidence.
Keep watching,
None.
sir. Want to stop?
He was there. He's telling you that's not what happened.
Where were you when the second incident started?
Well, referring to when I said it began,
Yeah.
when Relly attacked Ills,
Yeah.
I was right there. I was right next to him.
What did you do
I was there.
as soon as the defendant, you saw him take out his gun? What did you do?
Can you rephrase that?
When the defendant took out his gun, you ran towards that wall for safety, correct?
No, I ran towards the wall. When, if you could play it, you could see Rel coming towards me. That's when I moved.
Play it again. So your position is you were going.
That's what he said.
I thought
several times.
Relly is attacking Ills. Is Relly attacking Ills or is he going after you? Which is
So Relly hit Ills, he got Ills out the way, and then he tried to hit me. And I stated before, I'm not fighting Rel because my inguinal hernia.
we're gonna
So
play.
so I juked and moved.
We're gonna play, and I want you to tell me. I want you to yell stop when you see the point where Relly is trying to hit you.
He keeps telling the same story.
Stop.
This is where you're saying Relly's trying to hit you.
Yep, and then you see me moving.
Let me ask him. You would agree that by this time the defendant has the gun out, correct?
The warning shot came.
Listen to my question. By this point in time, the defendant has the gun out already.
The
correct?
prop is out after Ills is attacked, not before, after.
Listen to my question. It's pretty simple. I'm not asking you about when Ills was attacked. I'm saying at this point in the video, before you start running towards the wall, he has the gun out, correct? That's a yes or a no.
I don't recall. I recall the prop being out after Relly attacked, after Relly moved, never before.
Let's watch
Not
it
before I ran.
Watch it again, please. You said you don't recall, and then you all of a sudden recall. So
No,
watch
I'm
it.
just recalling about it.
Watch it again.
Argumentative.
Yeah, that's the statement by Mr. Lewis.
Stop. In fact, sir, you don't run until the defendant fires the first shot, correct?
I don't run until after Relly tries to hit me.
Listen to my question. Did you just see, sir, listen, do you see the defendant firing a shot in what we just saw? We'll play it again for you.
Can you play it again? Yes.
Sure.
It does. No.
Stop.
That's the first shot.
And you start running right after that shot, correct?
Relly is already running towards me, so
Listen, mostly strikers, non-responsive. I'm not asking you what Relly did. I'm asking you, this is a yes or no question.
I did not run
Sir,
from the shots.
listen to my question. I'm not asking you what you ran from. Listen. Isn't it true that the timing, you do not run until after that first shot is fired? Yes or no?
No.
Well, yes.
Okay. And
He's
it's
giving
your
something so we
position,
can move
sir,
on. Dang.
that you knew it was a prop gun when it came out, correct?
Yes.
Thank you, Gina.
And it's your position that Relly knew it was a prop gun when it came out, correct?
Yes.
Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Phillips, that what's happening in that video is not Relly attacking Ills, it's him trying to use Ills as a shield so he doesn't get shot?
No.
Let's run it, please.
Oh my gosh. We're going with the human shield again.
Stop. You agree at this point in time at 55 seconds, Relly still has not hit Ills yet, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And you would agree that right at this point in time, this is when the gun is going to come out, and that the defendant is going to advance towards where Relly and Ills are. Is
I
that
don't
correct?
agree.
Here's the problem with this. It doesn't explain why Relly continued to attack Ills in the video. So let's say he says yes to all this. Yes, this is what happened after gun. Yes. Why does Relly continue to go after Ills and you see him fall down and it looks like he takes a swing at him? Well, I mean, the video's bad either way. It just okay.
We don't agree with that.
I don't agree.
Watch the video, please. Stop. He is about to fire the shot. Do you agree?
You said he's about to?
Yes, right now.
Okay, so can you play it one more time?
I'm going to play through, but do you agree he's about to fire the shot?
No, can I see it?
Yeah,
Just so I
okay,
can explain it to you?
Do you agree that you have not started moving yet at that point in time, correct? You're not running yet, right? We'll play it again. Go ahead. That's okay. Gun is out, and now he's about to fire. Boom! Shot happens, and you run after, correct?
I run because if you
That is not what I asked you. Motion to strike is non-responsive.
Objection.
Stop. The answer is non-responsive.
Sir, listen.
He's asking you a question.
Okay,
So, wait, hold on. He's asking you a question.
Come on,
Calls for
Twelvyy.
Yes or no.
I'm not asking you why you ran. I'm asking you, isn't it true that you do not run until after the defendant fired the shot?
That's not true.
That is not true. So, play it one more time, and I want you to tell me when the shot is fired. You tell me when you see that first shot fired, please.
Yes.
Okay, you tell me, you say stop when the first shot is fired.
Stop.
Okay. Do you agree, sir, you are just about to start running, but you have not started running yet? Agreed?
After the first shot? After the first shot?
Yes.
I'm not running. You see me still right there.
Okay, the first shot's fired. Keep playing.
Then you see me run. That's not a shot.
So what I asked you before was, isn't it true that the first shot was fired before there was ever any contact between Relly and Hills? You said no, but you would agree when you watch this, the first shot is fired before your allegation that Relly was attacking Hills, correct?
That is not true. On the
Okay.
video, you can see.
Motion to strike, everything after that is not true.
Boy.
Isn't it true, sir, that the reason that you ran after the first shot was because you knew it was not a prop gun and you were worried that you might get shot in the crossfire?
No.
I can't believe he asked that question. Jeez.
How many shots did you hear getting fired?
I want to say just two. But after the first,
No, that's enough. I want you to keep watching the video. And I want you to tell me when you see the second shot being fired. Okay.
He's trying to catch him up,
Let
but
me
it's not
just
working.
stop for a second. Would you agree that between shots, that Relly is grabbing Ills and trying to use him as a shield?
no. Really, the whole time?
Motion to strike,
Is the answer
everything
no?
after is not
No.
responsive.
All right, the answer's no.
Would you agree that after the first shot was fired, that the defendant is maneuvering his gun in what appears to be an attempt to find a line of fire toward Relly?
No.
All right, let's play it, please.
It doesn't matter. He's there. He's saying that's not what happened. Move on, man. Playing this grainy video isn't going to help.
Stop. Is this what we've just seen? Is this where you are saying that Relly was punching Ills?
Yes.
And is this also where you are saying that having watching this, you do not believe that Relly was attempting to use Ills as a shield?
I do not believe that.
And let me ask them, did you see during the second shot, did you see between the first and second shot, the defendant repositioning himself and running around himself?
Can you rephrase that?
Between the first and second shots, did you see the defendant repositioning himself and the gun?
From my recollection, I've never seen him reposition the gun. I seen him have his hand, I believe.
Motion
up
to
in the
strike,
air.
everything else is not responsive. Let's play that again, please. I want you to watch.
Yeah, the jury's probably. I can't imagine that they
Sir, isn't it true that what you just saw,
get what
you
he's
saw
saying.
between the first and second shots,
Could be wrong.
Relly holding Ills, trying to keep Ills between he and the defendant literally running around with his gun, attempting to get a line of sight on Relly.
No.
Let me ask you something. You've testified that everybody, including Relly, knew it was a prop gun, right?
Yes.
If it's a prop gun, and Rocky knows that everyone knows it's a prop gun, can you tell me, are you aware of why he would have a need to be repositioning himself between shots? Do you know?
No.
Would you agree that if it's a prop gun, and that Relly knows it's a prop gun, that it's going to have no effect on stopping Relly from doing anything because he already knows it's prop gun?
Correct, because it didn't stop him.
So we know, you're saying it didn't stop him, but this is my question. Your testimony is that the entire time, Relly knows this is a prop gun.
Yes.
You're telling me that when it's pulled on him at the first scene, he basically says, put that fake gun away, correct?
Yes.
You're telling me that the second scene, when the gun is taken out and fired, Relly knows it is a prop gun, correct?
Yes.
You're telling me that when Relly is running around, that he still knows it's a prop gun, correct?
He wasn't running around. He's hitting hips, so he's not running nowhere.
Okay. But that entire time, you're saying Relly knows it's prop gun.
Yes.
Can you tell me, are you aware, sir, of how that prop gun, if Relly knows it's a prop gun, how that in any way is going to stop him from allegedly attacking Hills? Do you know?
Well, just the sound. That's all I can say is the sound.
So you're telling me that even though Relly knows it's not real,
Yikes.
that he's going to stop attacking Hills because of the sound from a fake gun that he knows is fake. Is that your testimony?
It was the sound from the prop, also the sound from the car alarms. It was drawing a lot of attention to the situation. So, as you can see, Relly didn't run. He got a couple more hits on Ills.
Motion's, okay, that's fine. Can you tell me, how does this incident end?
How does this incident end?
How does it end?
Okay. Well, after the incident, as you can see, there's a lot of attention being drawn to us. The car alarms are going off.
Okay.
I push Rocky, yo, bro, let's go. We out. Because our voice before, yo, we should have been left, you know? So now we're leaving, going in the opposite direction.
Let me stop you. You would agree, Mr. Phillips, that this incident ended because you literally pushed Rocky away, and that his initial response was to push back at you as if he wanted to go back and do some more. Would you agree?
No.
Let's watch the video, please.
No, this makes no sense.
Stop. Would you agree, sir, you are literally pushing Rocky away, who is trying to advance towards back what is going on?
So actually,
Motion to strike is non-responsive. That is a yes or a no.
could you phrase your question, please?
Isn't it true that what
Just say
you
no.
just watched, you are literally pushing Rocky away from going back towards where Relly and Ills were?
No.
Yes.
Correct? So
Come on,
you
Rel.
would agree that as
Come on,
this
Twelvyy.
incident ends, none of you stopped to pick up any casings, correct?
He's being honest.
Rephrase that?
When this incident ends, none of the three of you, Ills, the defendant, yourself, stop to pick up any casings that are at the scene, right?
No.
Is that correct?
No, I left the scene.
Right. None of you go. Do any of you pick up any expended
We
casings?
all left the scene, sir.
Did you pick up any expended casings?
No,
Did anybody at the scene that you saw pick up expended casings?
no.
In fact, Relly didn't pick up anything either, correct?
I have no idea what really did.
I thought you said you were watching him the whole time.
Oh, I'm saying you said that he picked something up.
You told us, continue to watch the video, I want you to watch it, and you previously testified that you were watching Relly the whole time. Defendant is running away in this, right?
Yes, he's out.
He's gone.
Yes.
You would agree, sir, that at no point in time did the rest, any of the three of you that were left, pick up anything off the ground, correct?
I didn't pick anything up.
And did you see Ills pick anything up?
It was then, he picked himself up off the floor.
That's not what I asked you.
I mean, that's
Did
the answer.
Ills pick up anything off the ground?
I don't think so.
Did Relly pick up anything off the ground?
Rel was, if you can see the
Motion to
video,
strike is non-responsive.
Did you see Relly pick up anything?
I didn't see Rel pick up anything.
So, it's your position that you, the first time that you ever saw the injuries to Relly's hand was when?
I'm not too sure the specific date, but it was only on Ronnie.
Okay. You ever hit anybody? You ever been in a fight yourself in your life?
Yes.
When you hit him, do you hit him with your knuckles or do you hit him with the injury that he has to his hands?
Well, I'm not too sure how everybody else throws their punches. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't even know how to throw a punch. So I can't tell you how somebody else throws a punch.
Well, you basically said that Relly is a very strong guy. You worked out with him. Do you think, based on your experience knowing Relly for 20-something years, do you think Relly knows how to throw a punch?
No,
Oh, you don't think Relly knows how to throw a
no.
punch? Okay. So it's your position that the injuries
Relly don't know how
on
to
the
fight?
fingers were from Relly punching Ills.
I believe so. I feel as though you could see him fighting Ills. I think he hit the floor.
Motion to strike, everything is after yes, it's not response. So I simply asked a yes or no question. He added.
John Lewis sounds like a toddler. If a toddler were a lawyer. Motion to strike.
Isn't it true that the reason that you got the defendant out of there was because you understood that he had just shot at somebody with a firearm and you were concerned that he was going to be in a bucket load of trouble?
No,
And it's your position that at that time, at that date, you knew that there was no way that the defendant could have done any damage to anybody because that was a fake gun.
it was a prop, yes.
And it's your position that Relly also knew that there was no way that the injuries that he had could have been from a gun because the prop gun that the defendant shot at him with was a phony, correct? Wasn't a real gun.
Can you rephrase that?
So you would agree that Relly also was aware that night that there's no way the injuries on his hand could have been caused by getting shot by the defendant because it was a prop gun, wasn't real.
I believe that, yes.
What a question. Jeez, that was like a two.
When did you first become aware that Relly was asking Mr. Mayers and his management team for money as a result of the incident?
Probably 2022.
Now you would agree that as soon as you would have heard this, you would have known that that request was bogus because it wasn't a real gun, right?
Can you rephrase that?
As soon as you would have heard that Relly was trying to get money for allegedly being shot at, you would have known that that was a bogus allegation, an untrue allegation, because it was a prop gun and the defendant could have never shot him, right?
Of course, yes.
So, after you found that
Questions?
out, tell me when you went to the police to tell them what you knew.
I didn't go to the police.
Now, you discovered
Go to the police.
at a later point in time that not only had Relly gone to the police, but that the defendant had been charged in this case, correct?
Yes.
And as soon as you knew that, as soon as you heard it, you knew that those charges were unfair and never happened, correct?
Correct.
Did you go to the police then?
No.
Did you call the prosecutor then?
I didn't even know who the prosecutor was, so no.
So you were unable to figure out who to contact? Is that why you didn't go forward?
For one, I
I'm sorry, is it your responsibility to do that? Where is this coming from? Why would you get involved? If it comes to his day in court, you're going to be subpoenaed then anyway. So why would you say, oh, hey, police. Oh, yeah, I was there. And then get indicted yourself, man. Oh, hell no. No, if you want to subpoena me, fine. I'm not going to be sitting here calling the police. Say, oh, yeah, actually, I was there. You want to know what happened? Yeah, my boy Ills, he was over here. What? Huh?
I just didn't know, you know, nobody said the prosecutor wanted to speak to me, nobody said the LAPD wanted to speak to me. It was,
Listen to my question. I'm not saying whether they wanted to speak with you. This is your brother,
Yeah.
who you're saying is being charged unfairly for a crime he didn't commit. And you have the evidence to prove it didn't happen.
yes.
My question is, why didn't you come forward to tell the police and prosecutors what you knew?
Well, I don't have a particular reason, but they charged him. I guess it was going to trial. I believe I can tell my truth here. I didn't have to tell the LAPD or anybody else.
Wait, you didn't have a particular reason. Wouldn't a particular reason be that your brother is facing serious charges and you are able to tell the authorities it's not true?
I've never been in a situation where you could just go to, I guess, the law and tell them this will happen and then the person is innocent.
So you couldn't
Great
figure out
answer.
on your own, Mr. Phillips,
Great
that
answer.
you could have picked up the phone, called Rocky's lawyers, called Rocky himself, called the police, called prosecutors to say, hey, listen, this is not true. You couldn't figure that out on your own. Is that your testimony?
I've never seen that opportunity available.